So all the fluid in my brain was pushing on my skull, causing all these weird symptoms, and it was very uncomfortable. The headaches were not, it was not a fun time in my life. Hello there. So while I have a minute, I wanted to film a few videos for you guys, and today's video is going to be about birth control and my feelings on that and just my convictions. And if you feel differently about birth control, please don't let this come across as me trying to tell you what to do, tell you how to feel about it. So this video will be a chatty video. I'm going to be giving you guys just a story of this bad experience I had with birth control, also my feelings and convictions when it comes to hormonal birth control. So I have some chamomile tea right here. It's still very hot, so I'm not going to drink it yet. But yeah, so get comfortable, or if you're doing laundry, you do that laundry. Sometimes when I watch videos, I'm like doing laundry or doing dishes. But okay, so let's just get started. So let's do a quick story time. I'm gonna try and make this quick. I did this story time a couple years ago, but if you want, you can go search for that video. But I had a little bit of a different editing style, so the video is like a little slower, and I talk a little slower too. Let's just get into it so that this video isn't too long. So when I was 16 years old, and this was before I was like fully following Jesus, I got on birth control. It made me gain 15 pounds, which wasn't that big of a deal, but what was a big deal was that I started to get headaches and my lymph nodes started to get swollen, and this was only about 2 months in to taking birth control. So this wasn't like years on it. This was like really quick that this happened. I went to the doctor. They said it was tension headaches, and then it just kept happening, and then more symptoms started to come. I got double vision, where if I was trying to drive to school, I'd have to close one eye, like squint one eye to drive to school. So I had double vision, and then sometimes I would get temporary blindness where my vision would go black, and then it would get like fuzzy around my peripherals. So then I went to the eye doctor, and they said that my optic nerve was very inflamed and that if I didn't figure out what was going on, I could go blind. I went to a neurologist. So lots of doctors were involved, and the doctor told me to stop taking birth control. So that was the culprit. He said that birth control, the cause of it, and then I basically had to get on a medication that my memory's kind of fuzzy when it comes to medication. I think it was a medication that people take when they go into high altitude situations or places, and basically what I had what they call a pseudotumor, which I had symptoms of a tumor, but I did not have a tumor. And then they also called it intracranial head pressure. So all the fluid in my brain was pushing on my skull, causing all these weird symptoms, and it was very uncomfortable. The headaches were not, it was not a fun time in my life. And then I had to have a spinal tap, which brought on like a week worth of just terrible symptoms, like being nauseous and throwing up. So that part of my life is over, and I'm grateful that it is over. But because of that, I just don't like birth control. And I know that all birth control is made differently, but just the concept of putting a synthetic hormone into your body just doesn't sit well with me, and it doesn't sit like it just doesn't seem healthy, like synthetic hormones being put into your body. Another reason why I don't like birth control is it can have aborted, what's the word? It can basically, I don't remember the exact word. So it makes the lining of your uterus wall weak. With some birth controls, your body will actually ovulate sometimes. You get a fertilized egg, which is a growing baby, and then that growing baby will not be able to implant into the uterine wall because the uterine wall is weak from the birth control. So you can do your own research on that. That's another reason. That's like a heavy conviction of mine, like based on my views, my beliefs, that I just don't feel comfortable with hormonal birth control. So yeah, I just do not like birth control. And I'm not sure how you feel about it, but I'm not trying to like make you feel bad. But if you guys want just really good information on natural birth control, I would recommend this book, Taking Charge of Your Fertility. I talked about this book a very long time ago in my previous videos when I was coming off hormonal birth control based on these same convictions I was having, because I was using it after Eli was born, but then after that it just didn't sit right with me. So I really recommend this book. I read the whole thing through. Sometimes I will go back to it as reference. It's basically charting your cycle, charting your fertility basically. And since I read this book, I've gotten really in tune with how my cycle works. And so yeah, I really recommend this book. I'm going to link it down below on my Amazon affiliate link, so if you want to buy from there, feel free to do so. It doesn't charge you extra. So yeah, this book, I've had it for a few years now, and it's a keeper. Like, it's just a great book. It's one that is so knowledgeable. Like, there's so much, like, look at how big this book is. There's so much information in it. You can use this book to achieve pregnancy or not to achieve pregnancy and not to get pregnant, and I just really enjoy how it's natural. So yeah, definitely give this book, check it out, or look up reviews. There's a lot of information on YouTube on how this works, on how charting your cycle works, and it is evidence-based. It's not like phony science or something. So yeah, that about wraps up this video. I usually don't do videos like this, so if you are new to my channel, I mostly talk about motherhood, Christianity, and I'll do vlogs. And sometimes when I'm pregnant, I'll talk about my pregnancies. So yeah, these sort of birth control videos I don't really talk about too much. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video has encouraged you in some way, and that you have a blessed day in Jesus' name. Okay, bye!